Geothermal vents. Check it out. Check this out. Not too bad. This is what I saw when I just crested over this ridge. Coming from behind me there. So, anyways, on we go. Starting to see these massive bits of obsidian. I mean, this guy is that big. But man, look at that. It just goes on and on and on. Hey, at the halfway point between here and Laugavegur at the Laugavegur hut. I stopped in to use the WC there, the water closet, and finish up my snack. So I am right now 3 hours in, and however 6.85 miles. So I'm just at about the halfway point. And apparently the warden says the rest of it, which I figured, the rest of it is pretty much all downhill, and I think one river crossing, which I'm not looking forward to because it's cold and it's raining, etc. But what are you gonna do? So the fog was starting to roll in. Looks like it's in a little bit, but it's not that bad. So here we go. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and hit it. Somebody left the stove on. Boiling, broiling, stinky because of the sulfur. This one's not too bad. Gorgeous. We're in the middle of nowhere, folks. Well, save for the hut right back there, but pretty isolated. Well, it's been a rough past few hours. It has been raining hard, non-stop, and it made the trail really rough, really slippery. I had a few falls, and in fact, tore a hole in the knee of my hard shell pants. Enough, I don't think it was all the way through, but it was enough to where water got into that leg a little bit. And anyways, everything's pretty wet. I mean, I'm generally fairly dry, but everything else is soaking wet. So 2 miles from Laugavegur, I can see the hut from here, just barely. So about another hour. And then time to start drying things off, get some chow. Lovely. Nonetheless. All right. Ciao. There it is. Laugavegur. Whew. Been a long day. Time to get there, get things set up. Check this out, it's right on the lake of the same name. Look at that view. More of that later. Time to get set up first. And so begins day 2. headed to Emster, as I was saying earlier. And I'm not like sore, but I'm not sore. I don't know. Yesterday was pretty tough. Hard to enjoy the scenery since the trail was in not great shape. But today, looking more promising. Sunny skies, warm. So sort of the opposite of yesterday so far. There's Laugavegur behind me. So here we go. 15K, 10 miles. Let's do it. It is just dead quiet up here. That's where I came from. Just did a river crossing down there, which was much easier than yesterday because it's not raining and freezing. Here we go. Another river crossing a couple miles up. Again, not as bad as yesterday. Check back in soon. First waterfall. And I'm headed for that bridge. This is the beginning of the Highlands Desert. Just a massive expanse of a lava field here. I think this is the caldera for a volcano. Really stunning. So I don't know exactly how they do it, but in any case, people don't think about trail maintenance and trail clearing very often. I've done it before. It's not easy. With something like this, can you imagine? Just all these rocks everywhere and you're like, okay, move that rock, move that rock, move that rock. Just time and again over to the side here. Crazy, a lot of effort. Always appreciative of the folks who put in this kind of work. All right, stopping here for a little pit stop. Just had another protein bar. You know, I think one of the biggest slip-ups I made yesterday is probably not eating enough during the day. So, trying to stop more, which is easier today since it's nicer. When the weather's bad, you just kind of want to keep going to get to camp. But there's the bridge I just crossed right there. And now I'm headed off in that direction. I'm like 2/3 of the way to my destination, or almost 2/3 of the way. So feeling pretty good about that. I should get into camp early at like 3 o'clock. So I might push on beyond that. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. But just enjoying the scenery today for sure. So here we go. Just kidding. I'm not out of the desert. There are people there way in the distance. I don't know if you can see them, but a couple more miles to go. Let's crack on. It's crazy. You've got these like lava swept looking hillsides over here, and then just lush, jagged green on this side. It's really amazing. You gotta love how the landscape changes so much, and just there's so much contrast just within any single view. Here's our setup for the night here at the Emster encampment. And if I back up here a little bit, I'll give you first-person perspective. So this is what I will be eating dinner to, falling asleep to, waking up to, etc. You see the glacier over there, starting on that end, just continues. This thing is just massive. It's some non-trivial percentage of Iceland's area, like 10 or 15% or something crazy like that. So, lovely. So here's a quick tour of the tent, so you can see what life is like on the range, out in the wild. So basically, just got my water bottles over there, gloves, beanie, spare socks, and my giant ditty bag, which has got all my electronics, personal hygiene, all that good stuff, and my puffy coat. I am currently in the sleeping bag, which is my Western Mountaineering Terra bag, and just a little Neo-Air X-Lite on top of the Gossamer Gear thin light pad, I think. And we got today's hiking socks just airing out up there. And not much on my battery bank, my tripod where I was watching a movie, Kung Fu Panda Part 4. Yeah, just charging everything, so not a whole lot, but you know, home sweet home and all that stuff. So there you go. Super exciting. And the tent is, of course, the lovely Durston X-Mid 2 Solid. Trusty tent. Lots and lots and lots of room in here for all my stuff, which is wonderful. Good morning. A little bit of fog. Just had my breakfast and working on the coffee. It's about 6:45, so I'm gonna get to drying off everything and see about getting out of here by about 8 o'clock. We'll see how that goes. Good morning. Beginning of day 3, and as you can see, it's still quite foggy. But that's nice. It gives me the focus to sort of zoom in on the nearby stuff instead of the far away, including this like almost looks like a floor of embedded rocks. It's crazy. So it's supposed to be clear. I mean, like cloudy, but relatively clear today. So I'm guessing as soon as it warms up a little, this fog is going to burn right off. But got 10K to go today to get to Thorsmork, and a tour guide was just telling me that the bridge, or one of the rivers on the way to Skúgr, like the path has been closed because one of the rivers is too high to cross, and they don't have the tractors available that they need to move their mobile bridges to accommodate that. So playing it by ear, I will be super disappointed if I can't get to Skúgr. But you know, not really my call. So we'll see. All right, back to it. This is how loud it is here right now. Dead quiet. When was the last time you experienced that kind of silence? Look at this. Another big gorge. And I don't know, several hundred feet of drop off, I guess, there down into the gorge. Amazing. Oh. Wow. It's like you're on the moon. From what I hear. You would think that with fangs for teeth, it would be hard for these sheep to eat grass, but they do all right. Good morning. This is the fourth and final day where I'm headed on the Fimmvörðuháls trail from here at Besar campsite to Skogard. I think it's a little under 17 miles because I shaved off just a bit the other day. But shouldn't be too bad. I found out there's 2 huts on the way, though there's mixed information as to whether or not either of them have water, but I got my water filter in any case and a liter of water total ready to go, so that should do the trick. So yeah, here we go. It is, what time is it? It's like right at 8 o'clock maybe, 7:57. So hoping this will give myself like 8 hours to do it. So be there maybe around 4 o'clock, maybe 5. I'm gonna try and go slow because I've fallen a few times. It's not a technical trail, and I think I've let that sort of like dupe me into going faster, and I've taken a couple of nasty spills, so I don't want to do that today, so I'm going to go a little slower. All right, here we go. So here we are. I'm getting ready to hit that ridge line and then presumably go way up there where that trail is. I think that's the way I'm headed. But pretty magnificent. Again, hate to keep saying it, but then again I don't. Very green grass. Okay, here we go. Wish me luck. Whew. Hopefully this will be the worst push of the day. We'll see. Always hard to tell what's on the other side of a pass. Made it. Whew. That was as tough as anything that I did on Tour de Mont Blanc. Whew. A lot cooler up here. And 20K left to go, which is a little over 12 miles. No problem. We got this. Just in case it can't be seen later, that's where I'm going next. Which looks even harder than the last ascent, but you know, one problem at a time. Here we go. Kind of like in Tour de Mont Blanc, I don't know why they put chains to hold on to. I mean, what's the big deal? Man, they do not care about switchbacks here. It is just straight up. This pitch, like 30 degrees or something like that. I'm at 3,100 feet right now, according to the watch, and the clouds have rolled in just since I got here. I'm on a little perch resting precariously on some volcanic rock here. This segment is actually harder than the last one, but I ran across some French cats that were coming down, and there's not much ascent left to go. They said maybe another kilometer, so hooray. It can't get much tougher than this, I can tell you that. So, here we go. Okay, this is definitely volcanic lava flow, and I think that this is, and I might be saying it wrong, that these two guys right here might be Modus and Magni, those being the two new mountains formed after the 2010 eruption. I am pretty sure that's what that is. And so I'm getting ready to walk through, around, and between in the coming minutes here. So, very cool. This is what I'm doing on a Friday. Walking through this. This is what you should be doing on a Friday. Get out and do it. Not gonna lie, I just came down most of that on my butt. That was a steeper downhill than anything I've gone uphill on. It was super scary. Almost to the bottom. Walking up this glacier, so walking up ice, this should be totally safe. There's no track, there's just these markers, so I just have to go wherever it looks like the least stupid, least dangerous. I don't know. Hut's not far from here. I could sure use a break. Here we go. So, just about to leave the Baldvinscali hut where I met Kata, who's the warden here, and the self-proclaimed queen of the mountain. Just had some chow. She was amazing. They've got water here and everything, so I was able to recharge my batteries and everything. Hung out here for a good 45 minutes, I think. So now it's back to it. I'm going to take a more scenic route that she pointed out, a new route. I'm a little unsure. She said just go this way and look for the rat steaks, so that's what I'm going to do. So we'll see how that plays out. Here we go. It's amazing to think that I was on the other side of that this morning. And yet, here I am. Incredible. Less than 10K to go. Woohoo! Should be there in 3 hours, I think. So, here we go. Are you kidding me? I just came up on this and had one of those no way kind of moments. Look at this thing. You can just see how far it drops off. Let's see what it looks like on the other side. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. Look at that. Boom. Probably like 70 or 80 feet down to the river there. Super cool. Are you serious? Look at this. 1 point to Iceland. This thing is massive. You cannot believe. And I mean, it just goes so far down, I can't see the bottom. Okay, so I think I can see the Skogar Fall, or I think I said that wrong, but I think that's what it's called, up ahead, closing in on it. Doing the Fimmvörðuháls in one day is no joke, man. Half the length of the Laugavegur. So, feeling pretty good. My feet are starting to feel the wear. And of course, I've had a few falls today. I fall a lot, as it turns out. At least in these kinds of conditions. But ready for a beer, man. This is it. This is the big one. I mean, are you kidding me? This thing is insane. There we go. From the bottom. Massive falls. That's it. Bingo. Pretty massive. It is not that much bigger than what I saw a few miles back. But still, like, pretty sweet. Done. Fimmvörðuháls and Laugavegur Trail finished. I am so tired and excited. And want to say hey to my buddy Nick, who really inspired this and got us set to come, and then at the last minute was unable to make it because of how life is.